Hello, everyone. Good night, and thank you for joining us today. My name is Misael Granillo, and I'll be your host. Thank you to everyone that's been connecting tonight, and thank you for joining this webinar. I'll try to be very We're going to try to keep it in a short time because I know it's Christmas season and maybe you have some other appointments. So I'm just going to share with you something and some important information that I think will be very helpful for you once you are planning to retire in Mexico. So basically today I'm going to share with you this important data about how to retire in Mexico if you are planning to do so. I'll give you some tips and 5 reasons to do it here in Mexico. Well, okay, so let's begin. Let's do it, and let me share this information with you. I know that some of you are maybe planning to retire in Mexico, and I can tell this is your time for a new beginning. Because living in Mexico, besides what most people might think, it's a very, very good option. And I'll give you 5 important reasons to do it. But first, let me tell you, who am I? I'm Misael Granillo. I'm a real estate agent. I'm from Mexico City, and I've been living in Riviera Maya, specifically in Playa del Carmen for the last 8 years. I also been living in Tulum for a couple of years, but I love Tulum for going on vacations or to the beach. For living was a different experience. Anyway, it was amazing. I've been buyer agent and vacation rental specialist since 2014, so I know how vacation rentals works very well on this market. And in 2019, I was awarded as Best Real Estate Agent in Playa del Carmen by Best in Mexico magazine. I'm a certified realtor and member of the Mexican Association of Real Estate Professionals. My favorite color is blue. I have a pet. Her name is Loki Malish. It's a tiny dog I rescued last year. And my favorite food, of course, is the pasta with Alfredo sauce. I've been failed several times, 4 times now, opening my own company. And now I'm part of Lotus Riviera Maya as a Chief Operating Officer. So I have some experience doing real estate, and I would like to share this experience that I have with you. Okay, so let's begin. And why to retire in Mexico? This is a question that many people is making, and I can tell I've been helping people to do so for the past 3 years now. Clients that are relocating from their place in the United States or in Canada, and they are looking to have a better understanding of how to live in Mexico. They have realized that it's more affordable, of course, and it's not as complicated as you think. But now I'm going to give you just 5 reasons to relocate in Mexico and to retire in Mexico. The affordability. I can tell that Mexico is way more affordable and cheaper than any other city in Canada or in the United States. I can tell that health services, I can tell that telecommunication services, everything is cheaper in Mexico. But also you have a huge advantage because the exchange rate between Mexican pesos or Canadian dollars and US dollars, it's huge. Because for each dollar, you will be receiving around 20 pesos. And 20 pesos, you are going to make it last because everything here is cheaper. And let me put this quick example. For example, if you are planning to pay for internet services and telephone, or maybe a bundle of a telephone and internet and everything, you're going to be paying in Mexico a year $600 a year. And maybe in Canada or in the States, you're going to be paying 10 times more than that. So that's why Mexico is so affordable. And we have all the services that you might be needing to live in Mexico. And it's going to be very easy and very cheap to get them. And more affordable than in the States or in Canada. Okay, so Mexico, affordable to retire. Then you are able to retire in luxury. Maybe you are planning to buy a house on which you want to retire. And sometimes if you want to buy a nice place close to the beach, ocean view, it might be quite expensive in other places. Let's say Miami or Boca Raton or any other cities that are warm and they have very expensive real estate. So here in Mexico, you're going to find very affordable, luxury-wise properties, beachfront or ocean view, and maybe up to 33% more affordable than any other property in the States or in Canada by the beach. And I have a very good example that I want to share with you in a moment. You could have a one-bedroom ocean view apartment, luxury finishes for less than 120,000 US dollars here in Mexico. Ocean view condos, luxury finishes, and of course, brand new. So keep this webinar and you'll see this information, and I'll show you how we're going to review that information tonight. Also, another reason to retire in Mexico is that you can diversify your investments. And this is important because when you are here in Mexico, you want to see how your money is going to keep working for you and how you're going to make it last. Because I know that you have your savings, maybe you are receiving the money of your retirement here in Mexico, and the best way to do it is invest here, because something that nobody has told you is, in Mexico, the interest rate that a bank is paying you is around 9 to 13%. So you can put your money in a Mexican bank and you are going to make more money from the interest than the one that you are making in the States or in Canada. As far as I know that in Canada and the States, the interest rate is between 1% and 3%. So here in Mexico, you are going to do the triple amount of that income. So you're going to be earning this income just putting your savings in a Mexican bank account. And also you're going to have the lifestyle that you deserve, because if you're going to be living in Mexico and you're going to be by the beach, you are going to live the lifestyle that you deserve in an affordable price. So these are 5 good reasons to relocate in Mexico, but also there are more, because we have medical services, we have shopping places, we have grocery stores, we have everything you need to retire, but also in the best price to do it. Now, if you allow me, I will share with you 10 easy steps to buy real estate in Mexico. And it's the easiest, fastest, and best way to do it. How does this work? Well, pretty easy. First, you have to define your budget. And thinking about this, of course, there are different places on which you can invest in Mexico, either Riviera Maya, Cancun, Playa del Carmen, Cozumel, Tulum, or even Mexico City, or Guadalajara, Puerto Vallarta. But any place that you want to invest, it's better to define how much you want to spend or invest in your retirement or the property on which you're going to retire. Then after, you have to contact us or contact your real estate agent. But it's important to have some data before having any buyer agent. Not anyone can help you, but I give you a trick to see who is the most trustworthy agency, or what are the key points that you have to see in order to choose a professional real estate agent or a buyer agent that will help you on this journey while you are buying a property in Mexico. Then your buyer agent will help you to find your ideal property, and you have to define what is the most important thing to you. Either you want a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom, 3-bedroom, how many baths do you need? Do you need a backyard? So all those questions, you have to make it before you start looking for an ideal property. And you have to tell that to your realtor, because they are going to do a research of the whole market to help you with that. Okay, now we're on the 4th step, and now once you have your real estate agent, now that you have the property that you want to purchase, and now that you have defined the budget, your buyer agent will help you to submit the offer to purchase. And of course, most of the time, this purchase offer comes with a deposit in order to show the good faith or willing to buy this property. So this is something that you have to consider while buying a property. And this is important also if you're planning to buy something that is pre-owned, or if you are planning to buy a pre-sale property. So these are 4 steps right now that we can consider before moving forward, okay? Then something that we really recommend is that you have or you hire an English-speaking Mexican attorney, Because, well, maybe you know how real estate works in your country. Maybe you know it's easier to do it in Canada or in the States. However, here laws are kind of different. So in order to help you to verify or do or run the due diligence, it's important for you to have an English-speaking Mexican attorney. And of course, here at Lotus Riviera Maya, we'll recommend you with the best. We have several options that will help you to get your property and also run the due diligence that you might need in order to purchase a property in Mexico. Then we have the step number 6, which is, of course, all the paperwork. And in here, we're going to set the price and negotiate the terms and conditions on which you are buying your property. Something that I suggest is that if you are buying on pre-sale, do it in the first stage of the sale, which means that the prices are friends and family, and you're going to get the lowest possible price. But also, you have to know that sometimes either developers or current owners are willing to give you a bit more for the money that you are paying. Maybe equipment, maybe some discount, or maybe some other conditions that are going to be to your benefit. And your buyer agent will help you to get this. So this is very important to have or to consider what's that you want to have when placing an offer to purchase a house or a new place, okay? Then we have step number 7. Here comes the contract, and your attorney will draw up the sales contract, and you can verify the terms and conditions. And most of the time, these conditions are negotiable in between. Most of these sales can last between 10 to 15 days on which you are going to be reviewing the contract that your attorney will be helping you with. So it's important for you to understand. This is important. You maybe are going to ask, oh, but well, how am I going to understand a contract that is in Spanish if I don't speak the language? Well, most of developers or most of the sales, the contracts comes in Spanish and in English, so you can understand what you're signing and you can see and agree what you're signing. And if you are working with a English-speaking Mexican attorney, that will help you to understand better what you are doing and what you are purchasing. Then, well, you have to establish a bank trust or a corporation. Why this is important? As a non-Mexican resident, you have to establish a bank trust or a corporation in order to buy a real estate in the coastline of Mexico or near to the border. This comes from a very old or ancient law in Mexico. Well, and that's why the law requires for non-Mexican residents to have a bank trust or a corporation. All the time you're going to be the owner of the property, and you can either sell it or give it to someone that you want, or maybe as a heritage to someone else. So a bank trust is important at this point. Step 9, you have to verify that the property has a clear title, and of course your attorney and your buyer agent will help you with all this due diligence, and we're going to verify that the property that you are buying has all the background and all the legal documents and the paperwork in order, and that will help you to have the confidence that what you are buying is the right property and there is nothing wrong with it. So that's how we are going to help you with that. And finally, we are going to close the sale, or we're going to close this buying at the notary. You're going to sign your title with the notary, and in there you're going to finish everything up. So this is very easy. Usually for a pre-owned property, it might take up to 20 days. It depends on the paperwork that needs to be done in between, because of course sometimes the due diligence might take a time. However, if you are buying on pre-sale, this goes very, very easy. Okay, before I continue, I'm going to read some questions that I have here on the chat. Rafael Mehman asked, does Mexico still have seaweed problem with the beaches? Are there any area that doesn't have this issue? Well, I have to explain that this is a temporary situation that comes in some seasons of the year. So yes, there are some beaches that are clean, and also there is a part of the government, there is an institution that is making this monitoring of how the seaweed is working, and also you can see where there is less or more seaweed. However, they are working on solutions in order to avoid this seaweed to come to the coast. So that's something that you have to consider. However, there are some other places such as Cozumel on which the beach never has this kind of seaweed. And I'll share with you some options here in Mexico and in Cozumel on which the beach is clear and you won't have that seaweed problem, okay? Then beyond the purchase price, what other cost fees are there and how much? That's a very important and interesting question that most of the time people doesn't explain. The closing cost is around 5 to 7%, and these fees are getting updated every year. So it depends on the taxes that has to be paid and also the bank trust. And the cost of the bank trust is sometimes around 1,500 plus a yearly fee that you have to pay for this bank trust, okay? Then what are some of the best and upcoming areas to buy in? That's a very interesting question. I can tell that right now we have a booming area here in Riviera Maya. We've seen a boom in Cancun, Playa del Carmen. Currently it is in Tulum. And the upcoming areas here, I can tell, would be Cozumel and also Mahahual. Cozumel is just starting right now. So if you are planning to invest, this would be the best time because you are getting on pre-sale properties in the lowest possible price. And I'm going to say this, but for example, meanwhile in Playa del Carmen, you can get a one-bedroom apartment for $140,000. In Cozumel, you can get it for $100,000, $110,000, so $30,000 less. And of course, the equity that you're going to be having with the time, it's going to be huge. So those are some options and tips that I'm going to be giving you tonight, okay? So, well, let's keep moving. Let's keep moving forward. Please, if you have any other questions, you can share that with us on the chat. So if you have questions, please let me know. And here my team will help me to know who or what questions we have over there, okay? So when buying a property, you have to follow the ABC. And this is very important for you to have it clear. The ABC is not more than what do you want for your property? Do you want it affordable? Do you want it beautiful? Or do you want location? Of course, in between, we have everything. Most of people want everything. Affordable, beautiful, and location. And in between all of this is the perfect property. We all would love to have an affordable, beautiful, and very well located property. Nevertheless, sometimes that's not possible, and even less on some markets on which everything is getting either expensive or there is no good location. So you have to decide what's better for you or what is most important to you. Because sometimes if you want a beautiful property in an affordable price, maybe it won't be in the best location. Or if you want an affordable property in a very good location, might not be beautiful, or it might have some legal problems or something like that. So that's something that you have to consider. And or if you want something beautiful and in a very, very good location, probably it won't be affordable or the price won't be as close as you think. So to your price point, of course. So that's something that you have to consider, that you only, or most of the time, you're on the possibility to choose only two options from these three, okay? Now, I told you that before you buy in Mexico, you have to verify some important details. First, you have to choose your buyer agent. And if you are looking to work with a professional buyer agent, with a professional real estate agent, you have to verify that this person is working for a company, that they have their license, and they are part of the National Association of Realtors. Here in Mexico, we have some bylaws on which we need to have a license in order to be able to give you assistance on real estate. Our company, Lotus Riviera Maya, has their license, and we are more than capable to help you to find the right property, any place, anytime here in Riviera Maya. Then, something important to verify if you are planning to buy a property is that you have, or your attorney will help you to find out if the documents that the developer or the pre-owner are in order, or that they are legal or they are current, that all the taxes are paid, that there is no any inconvenience with the legal document. So that's very, very, very important before you put any money to get the property. Also, and to secure your money, you can also use a escrow account in order to buy a property here in Mexico if needed. And of course, if you are buying on pre-sale, you have to verify that the developer has experience, that they have built something before, because sometimes people says, well, we don't know this developer, we don't know if they are going to deliver on time. So we always recommend to work or to buy with a developer that has experience building on the area. So that's very, very important. And of course, here at Lotus Riviera Maya, we always verify that all the developers had experience. We verify that all the developers have the documents and the legal documents in current and updated. And of course, all our team, it's always updated and information and in training in order to be the best buyer agents that represent your interest. Okay, so you can see here at the chat our contact information in order for you to have or to reach us later on once we finish this webinar. Okay, so let's move on and let's talk about planning your retirement here in Mexico. I think this is what most of you are waiting for. So I'm going to share this video with you. I hope you enjoy it. And this is one of the most secluded and upcoming areas in Tulum. Let's watch this video. Isn't it beautiful? I love this. When I was a child, I always thought that it would be for me good to live in a Caribbean island, and this is Cozumel, the largest island in Mexico, in the Mexican Caribbean, which is part of the Mayan culture, and they have many, many, many natural wonders. It's an authentic paradise in the middle of the sea, and you're going to see the white sand beaches, you're going to enjoy the beautiful sunsets, and of course the world famous coral reefs. So there is plenty things to do here at Cozumel, but also is the upcoming booming area in real estate. And this is the time to do it. And I'm going to share with you some data that I think would be important for you to make a decision in order to come to Mexico and retire here. Most of the time, people think that coming to Mexico is like we are in Iraq, and that's a lie. We're going to share with you some information regarding to Mexico and to Cozumel. This is a survey that's being part of the United Nations, and that's where we get this information, okay? So basically, for example, we are comparing some cities in the United States and Cozumel regarding to security. You're going to see on red those cities which have a higher crime record, and on green those that have the lowest. For example, if you're planning to retire in Miami, they have more crime than Cozumel. Chicago, Colorado, they have more crime than Cozumel. And of course, close to Cozumel would be Vancouver. So those are the cities that are more safe to live, and well, they are important. Now, this is important information for you to have. The crime in Cozumel, it's pretty low. Of course, as in any city, it might be some crime, but not as high impact like in other places in the world. Then the cost of living in Mexico, as I mentioned, is so affordable to retire and to live in Mexico. Two people will be spending around $800, 800 American dollars to live in Cozumel. Of course, this amount doesn't include the rent or paying any credit or mortgage. However, the same two people will be spending more than double if living somewhere else. Let's say in Vancouver, they will pay $1,600, Miami $2,000, just for two people for basic services. And here you're going to be having it for an affordable price. So as I mentioned, for example, the cost of an insurance is 25% of what would you be paying in another country, like in the States. The telecommunication services such as internet, phone, and TV, you're going to be having it here for tops less than $600 a year. So living in Mexico, it's very affordable, and the services are high quality standards, maybe not as good as in other North American countries. Nevertheless, you're going to have it available and in a very affordable prices. So here is a comparison, and I can tell that all these cities are more than double. The cost of living there is more than double than in Cozumel. So it's something to consider. Then Cozumel is this beautiful place because it's a small city that has all the services that you need. You have an international airport that connects with the largest cities in the States, in Canada, and around the world. But also you have health services, clinics, hospitals, and also in affordable prices. I know, you will say, oh, you know what, Medicare in Canada, it's for free. Yes, but maybe in the States not. And if you're living in the States, you're going to be having more affordable health services here in Mexico than in the States. You have options for entertainment, you have parks, you have places to go and do so many activities, either on the beach, either on the jungle, also some cultural spaces to learn, museums, cinemas, everything to live and retire in quietness in Mexico. But also for a fraction of the price that you would be paying in Miami or some other places such as Boca Raton or so on. And also safer. So that's why we recommend buying or investing in Cozumel when you are planning to retire. And then people ask, what should I do in Cozumel? Plenty things. We have the carnival, we have restaurants, we have the Mayan ruins, we have natural areas for cycling, for sightseeing, and also we have some people that is coming through cruise ships to know the city. But also all the time is quiet, and you have restaurants and places to enjoy with your partner, with your couple, with your spouse, or with your family. So there are plenty of things to do for your family or for you when you retire or live here in Mexico and also in Cozumel. And you are just one fly away from any place in North America. And also, if you want to do or explore more options, you can use the ferry a 35 minutes drive between Cozumel and Playa del Carmen, and you are in a different city if you want to do something different. So the connection to everywhere is easy and fast. So this is important. Now, I have some questions here. Cozumel, wow, yes. Any golf courses in Cozumel? Yes, there is one. Actually, right now they have one which is nearby or in the north area of Cozumel, nearby the airport. And well, that's the country club, so they have golf courses over there. Right now, they are under some upgrades and remodels. Some work is being done there. So right now, it's not 100% functional, but because they are upgrading and updating the golf course and making better facilities for the users to get there, that's why they are temporarily closed. But yes, there is a golf course in Cozumel. But also, if by any reason you want to enjoy other golf courses, the Riviera Maya between Cancun and Tulum, we have at least 8 golf courses that you can use and enjoy with your family or your friends when coming to play golf to Riviera Maya. So now I'm going to share with you this amazing place on which you could retire, but also in an affordable price and in the best possible location. This is Galia Cozumel. It's located only 4 blocks away from the main avenue to the beach, but also you are 5 minutes away by walking from the ferry deck. So you are very, very well located. This is a interesting project on which you're going to be having ocean view units, all of them fully equipped. We're selling in 56 square meters, which is around, and let me make the right calculation because maybe we need this information on square feet. Just give me 1 second. 56 times 10.7, we are talking about almost 600 square feet, the smallest unit. And then well, we have up to 122 square meters, which would be more than 1,000 square feet on which you're going to be enjoying the Caribbean Ocean, the Caribbean beach, and prices starting in $106,000 up to $375,000. But that means that you don't have to pay it right away and everything, because we have all the amenities that you might need and you might use at this place, because you're going to be having a private park, an infinity pool, a sun deck on the roof, a private gym, front desk, a grill area. This is a secure building, and we mean by this that you have private security 24/7 and control access to the building. Also, as now it's very common, we have a co-working area. There is also a retail space. We have elevator, private parking, and a business center. This is Galia Cozumel, on which I recommend to retire. Amazing views from the ocean, amazing views from the common areas, amazing views from your living room. So this would be the best place to invest right now in Riviera Maya. So let me know if you have any additional questions regarding to Galia Cozumel, and or if you want to receive more information about Galia, please leave your email address and our team is going to send you the information over email, or maybe if you want to receive it on WhatsApp or a text, we can do that for you as well. So let me know what are the questions that you might have, and well, let's to reply all those questions. Okay, there I am. Okay. So any questions regarding to Cozumel, regarding to retire in Mexico, regarding to the cost of living in Mexico, regarding to the process of buying in Mexico, you can raise your hand and we can answer all your questions right now. Anyone over there? Okay, well, If so, you can ask or you can request for a private consultation with a Lotus specialist, and they will help you to find the property or the right property on which you can retire in Mexico. We are master brokers in the area. We have more than 10 projects in the area on which you can invest, either in Playa del Carmen, Cancun, Tulum, Cozumel, and Mahahual. We are experts on the area and will be more than glad to help you to find the right property for you to retire in Mexico, to live in Mexico, or also as an investment, because we also know that the income that you might have with your property through vacation rentals would be very, very nice and very high return on investment. Okay, everyone, thank you very much for joining us tonight. If you have any questions, you have the contact information from Lotus Riviera Maya. Our email address is sales@lotusrivieramaya.com. Any question that you might have, please let us know, and we'll be more than glad to help you to find the right property for you here in Mexico. So thank you very much for joining us tonight, and we'll see you soon at other webinar for investing in Mexico. Thank you and have a good night.